Hello, everybody. I am here. Hopefully, everything is working good and proper. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hopefully, you can see me. Hopefully, everything is copacetic. My goodness, we got Blur on a 35 stream streak. Holy wow. Blur, welcome in. Pi, you're not late. We're both on time, as a matter of fact. We are both on time. Hey, Losi Lore, how's it going? Oh my goodness. Just getting settled in here this morning. Yesterday was a bit of a whirlwind day. Yesterday was one of those days where a bunch of little tiny things went wrong, so they all added up into one just big ball of I'm kind of done with this Monday, thanks. Although one of the things that happened was I realized that my headphones, these right here, you can't see it because it's on the inside. They've developed a crack in the plastic, which is actually apparently a pretty common thing for this headset because it's good quality noise cancellation but low quality plastic, which is what makes it cheap. So it just so happened to be Cyber Monday, and it just so happened that this exact headset was on sale for cheaper than I bought the original. So I was like, okay, it's super cheap. I'm just gonna grab myself a backup headset so that if this one dies, I have another one, and I'll have to look into like an actual high quality Bluetooth noise canceling headset. But I didn't want to do that in the 4 hours of Cyber Monday that were left. So for now, I just got a backup headset. But I'm kind of bummed because my Fitbit also died over the weekend. Also, we got cheers to Pi for a Pydrate. And a posture check. Yeah, so that happened. My Fitbit isn't even 2 years old. It would be 2 years old in March. But they did something. I'm pretty sure they did something during one of the updates, because I've talked to a few other people who use Fitbit, and they also were like, my battery doesn't charge properly anymore. It just doesn't do the stuff that it's supposed to do. And I plugged it in to see if I could revive it, and it said it was 90% battery. And then I plugged it in again, and it said it was critical low, and then it plugged it in again, and it said 80%. So I think it's just done. I think it's just toast. Something in its poor little wires got crossed, and it doesn't know what's what anymore. So no more Fitbit for me. Kiki, hello! Upending my plans for book 3 because the ideas weren't ideaing. Hey, if you've got an idea that takes you in a direction and you are happy about it and you are excited, go for it. Kiki, how's it going? What's up? How's your writing going? We've got our Celestial Bat here. I bought the backer pack, so we have Celestial skins for all of our little spirits now. And today I am working on outlining, so I'm not going to do as strict a structure as I usually do. Usually I try to be pretty strict about sticking to only chatting during breaks or only chatting a tiny bit during sprints and being just really hardcore focused. I am going to run the timer today. I am going to let it go through the cycle, but I might be a little bit more consistently chatty and a little bit more consistently working, because this is something that I can at least keep an eye on chat while I'm doing. So I'm not actually writing today. I am uploading. tongue, please. I'm updating my outline. So on Friday, actually, I finished the final book in the Celestial Serenade, Sonata of the Satellites, book 12. Um, this is going to be the final for reals. Everyone keeps teasing me that I'm going to come back in 3 years and write another update to it, but this is it. This is 100% the ending. For realsies this time. So I finished the book on Friday. I did not actually hit my drafting goal for November because I ran out of book. I finished the novel 4,000 words before hitting the 150K that I set as my goal for November. So I was a little bit bummed about that. Oh, sorry. Yawn. I was a little bit bummed about that, but there was literally nothing I could do because the book is over. The story is done. It's run its course. I had nothing more to say. But because I did do some outlining earlier in November that I didn't count, because I usually only count drafting towards the November writing challenge. Since I didn't count the 8,000 words of outlining that I did, that will push us over into the final bonus stream. So we are going to have 3 bonus streams. I'm probably going to start doing those in January because I've got a lot of stuff to wrap up coming up to the end of the year here, and there probably just isn't going to be really time to do any extras before then. So we're going to have those in January. You guys are going to get to vote whether you want crafting, gaming, or wine and wind down, which is just chatting. And if we do a just chatting stream, we might have the ducks on in the background. Peter, hello. That's not what you said. Never mind. It's as easy as 1-7 banana. Welcome in, Peter. How are you feeling? Did you get some good eeps over the weekend? I did not get a good eep on Sunday night, but I did get a good eep last night, so hopefully it'll balance out. So yeah, you guys will get to vote. It won't be one vote for all 3. It'll be 3 separate votes. So you can vote for 1 of each type of stream. You can vote for 3 of one type. It'll be whatever the community votes for. Crafting will, of course, be crafting. I'll be doing cross-stitch. Gaming, I will make a list of games that we can play on stream. Some games that I'm playing. Hollow Knight will probably not be on there, but just, whatever I feel like maybe playing on stream. And wine and wind down will just be me drinking wine and chatting with you guys. And possibly ducks in the background. So we're going to do 3 of those. Just my gift to you guys for hanging out with me so often and chilling and putting up with all my clicky clackies. Almost in your first cross stitch. That's awesome, Losi Lore. What is your cross stitch of? I'm working on an owl right now. For anyone who didn't see the owl on Saturday, it's coming together. This is Barred Owl's 3rd owl. So I might actually get this one done before we leave for Christmas break, and then I can bring the last owl with me and work on that while I'm away. Imagine chilling in Megan's stream. I know, it's so not chill here, right? Not a single solid eep. No, Peter. And today I've been snooze-balooze since around 6-ish last night. Was awake for an hour or so earlier today, but it's not been Flavortown. Peter, I hope that you find a chance to get a really good eep. You deserve it. Gotta have some rest. Bookmark with bumblebees that says to be continued. That's adorable. I've found a few bookmark size cross-stitch things, and I haven't done one, but I'm tempted. I just have to think of what I would want to put on there. Hi, how are you doing, by the way? Blur, if you're lurking, which I assume you are. How you doing? What is up? So yeah, that's what's we got going on. For anyone who's wondering, we had another stealth hype train while I was not streaming. It's become a tradition, I guess, that on Saturday nights when Woof and I go live, people sneak over here and do a hype train on my channel when I'm not looking. So we are up to $476 raised towards this boy over here, who I've already had to purchase, my new computer. That is Langdale, for those who do not know him, have not been introduced to him. And we are only $125 away from the Dear Ephema Live AMA. And then we will be working towards the goal of the My Little Dahmerin fanfic that everyone is so eager to see. So just remember that any subs, gift subs, bit redeems, cheers, and donations, there is in the About section, there is a tip area where you can just click on that and send some money to my PayPal. All of those count towards the goal. And there's also collective rewards. You can submit words for Dahmerin's word bubble. You can submit some highlights for the community, which is something that I want to start running next year. I want to start doing like highlights on the BRB screen and just more shout outs to members of the community. So we're going to be sourcing that initial pool from you guys. And also, if you spend $25, you get to add a pony to the fanfic. It is not going to be just one scene. It is going to be a whole novella. There's going to be chapters. It's going to be a whole thing. We'll write it on stream. So there we all know what's happening with that and where we are. And I am, because we have made a couple extra 100 since the last announcement, I am going to extend the fundraiser into March. So currently, if we get to the Dear Ephema Live, we will have until the end of March to get that Dahmerin fanfic happening. So if you want to turn my grumpy elf son into a pony and make him do pony things, doing good. I'll be more chatting in a bit. No worries, Blur. There is absolutely no obligation to be chatty in the chat. You guys are welcome to lurk as you like. That is why we're here, is just to have a chill, fun area for everyone to hang out. I would eat a bookmark. I don't know that I would recommend that, Peter. Just lost 15k runes in Elden Ring due to gravity. Oh no! Did you fall off a ledge, Pie? The number of times I've watched Joe walk off an edge in that game. Did not know we had named him. He is a handsome boy, big flashies. I name all of my computers after characters of mine. So this is Langdale. He's a rainbow boy. He is a character in the Aravalia Chronicles who I think 3 people are aware of because he's not in the books that have been published. He comes later. Some of you might meet him as early as next year if you decide to read those books as they come out. So he lurking in the background of some of those upcoming novels, but he is a character in the Aravalia Chronicles. He is also, if you remember, when we have the duck game on, the very first duck that always spawns, the default duck, is named Hadriel Langdale, and that is the character that my computer is named after. So that is him. That beast him. It's time to try Defying Gravity, except it won't work very well in Elden Ring. I was doing a jumping puzzle, no, but you got it back. Good. Good. I'm assuming that means you got to the area where you fell. Oh my goodness. Alright, I am probably gonna just get started. Let's test our heat level of the coffee. Pretty good. I might do a bit of just wandering in and out. I don't know how much I'll do the BRB screen today, but we'll see. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started. For anyone who didn't get a chance to see, for anyone who's interested and didn't get a chance to see, we did create a room for Domerin. So this is Domeren's room. It's very it's very monotone, really. He's very much a neutral colors with accents here and there kind of guy. He's got some arts on the walls that I assume his friends made for him and put on the wall. So this is Domeren's room. I'm thinking what we'll do is next year when we get back into streaming post break, I will be editing the Aravalia Chronicles. So I might use Domeren's room while we're working with the Aravalia Chronicles. Add pie to Domeren's room. I've sneaked in. Are you hiding under the bed, Pie? I unfortunately don't think there's an actual, like, pie in the snack area, which makes me sad. There's cookies. There's cookies, but there's no pie. I see everything, but also nothing because my eyesight is bad. There's not a ton to see in Domeren's room, in all honesty. It's basically just wood with some black wallpaper and some red splashes. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, is that when we edit the Aravalia Chronicles, we'll do that in here, in Domeren's room. And of course, I can keep my room. Now that you don't have to, like, manually switch everything. It's so nice. Pie is better than cookies. Honestly, I think that's mostly true. I love me a good pumpkin pie. I gotta be honest. Pumpkin pie. But cookies are easier to make than pie. So I make cookies more often. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to get started. I'm going to get the timer going. But I'll be a little bit more consistently checking on chat. I feel like I should go refresh my coffee. Maybe I will. I'm like, it's hot now, but in half an hour... in half an hour, is it still gonna be the same heat level as it is now? So maybe what I'll do is I'll just take a quick 2 minutes, get this piping hot, and then we'll get into our first 30 minutes. I won't be clicky-clacking quite as much today because I have to read through. Basically, when I do this, I have what I've written open, and I'm going back through my outline, and I'm updating it to make sure that it matches, because right now it doesn't. I definitely moved a bunch of stuff around and changed a bunch of things. So, we'll see how that goes. It's hot now, but in half an hour. Last I went on a date with said that once. Peter, no. I just feel like through my life, I've had more cookies than pies. I feel like pies are like a special occasion thing. Like, cookies you just get and you just eat them whenever. But a pie takes effort, so you have to actually, like, have a special occasion for it. Pie is like... I don't know. I think for sweet pies, I think, like, meat pies and stuff, maybe not, but for, like, you don't have pumpkin pie every day. You don't just go eat a pumpkin pie. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I would love to just eat a pumpkin pie, but it's not something that you typically just, like, oh, I'm just gonna... I don't know, because I think pies are associated with special occasions. That's all. Like, you get a pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. You get a pumpkin pie at Christmas. You don't just go to the store and be like, I'm feeling pumpkin pie today. We should. We should do that, but I don't think we do. Savory pie is a thing in America. Yes. I think they're more common in Britain, but we do like shepherd's pie and stuff over here. Um, Quebec has very specifically meat pie at Christmas. And also mincemeat pies, which is not exactly the same because it's not meat, but mincemeat pies popular at Christmas over here. Not savory, are sweet, but say meat. So, chicken pot pie is the type of chicken pot pie that Losi is thinking of as a pie, as a meat pie. It doesn't count as a pie, but it is a savory. They have shepherd's pie and hunter's pie and cottage pie and stuff in England too. Oh wait, that was Peter that said that. I thought you were Pie. Your names are the same color on my screen. I keep getting Pie and Peter mixed up. I feel like it counts. It's called pie. I feel like it counts. It's a savory pie. Where I come from, chicken pot pie doesn't have any type of pie crust either, so... I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break. Rocky Mountain oysters are called oysters. You gotta talk to the people in the Rocky Mountains about that one. I'm gonna be right back and we're gonna get the timer going. Lucy Lore, where I come from, it is not called slippery pot pie. It is called chicken pot pie. In PA Dutch country, chicken pot pie is a soup with chicken and giant noodles. And we call it chicken pot pie, and that is chicken pot pie. That will always be chicken pot pie to me. Y'all can have your chicken pies if you want. But that will forever be chicken pot pie for me. I will phone the Rocky Mountains and tell them, oh, what? How dare you confuse Peter with me? Your names literally both start with P and are orange. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Pie? And you both have orange feathers next to your names. I can't imagine getting that mixed up. It's like how America calls chicken burgers chicken sandwiches. I mean, what is a chicken burger? Rai, hello. How's it going? What is up, my friends? Into club, we all fam. That is true. Well, you put it in a pot to make it. It's made in a pot, hence chicken pot pie. Listen, PA Dutch country has some very specific food. And it's like, I feel like the second you step out of that region, it's a very abrupt transition. Because I lived in Maryland my last year of high school, and they didn't have any of that shit there. It's not that far. Chicken burgers are made with ground chicken. Yeah, I've never had a chicken burger. I have, like, crispy chicken. Pie would like y'all to get some snacks. Yeah, that's what I thought, Rai. In Maryland near Tri-State. Oh, hey, Losi Lore. I grew up in that area. Ish. You put the chicken fillets in a burger bun. Yeah, but they're not ground up and made into patties. They're just fried and stuffed in a bun. Gotta do a drive. Losi Lore, drive safely. We shall be here. I'm gonna start the timer while y'all have this lovely argument about what constitutes what. Chef's kiss. Let me know your conclusions. There'll be a pop quiz at the end. Please submit your essays. By 2 p.m. PST. Rai, how's it going today? I can't remember if I asked you in all the crazy food conversation. Oh, this is gonna be Rai's territory because he was a caterer. So he's gonna give us a food education. We about to get educated up in here. Alright, I gotta make myself a general notes. If it's 3 words, Americans won't touch it. I do like the idea that you basically have to sell. I will say chicken burger doesn't sound as appealing to me as chicken sandwich, because to me a chicken burger would be ground chicken in a hamburger bun, and that's not what I want. What I want is a crispy chicken, which up here most of them are just called crispy chicken sandwich, which is what I want. I want the grilled chicken. Or not the grilled chicken. I want the fried chicken. Because I'm not going to fry chicken at home. I want to go to a place and eat chicken that's been fried for me, so I don't have to clean up after it. Yes. Yeah, if you ask for a chicken sandwich, you would get a filet. And a lot of places don't do chicken burgers. They'll do hamburgers and like they'll do like Beyond Burgers now. But they usually don't do like ground chicken. They just have fillets. I feel like Joe is being summoned like Beetlejuice. If we say hot dog enough, he will come. He would love this conversation, I feel. This is like right up his alley. Let's pretend I go to my fridge and I've got cheese and I've got some cucumber, but the only bread I've got is a hot dog bun. What would you call that? A monstrosity? But probably a cheese sandwich, yeah. Or like a cheese bun. If you clip it and send it to him, Peter, he'll probably blurp it for you. Bun implies, but if you have a hot dog bun with cheese and a cucumber in it and you fold it together, haven't you technically created something with a filling in it? Technically? I mean, I would just call that lunch, but... But also, I think we think of hot dog bun related things as sandwiches because if you have a Subway sandwich, that isn't that much different from a hot dog bun. It's just like a deeper, flatter, wider hot dog bun. And that's a sandwich. We don't argue about that being a sandwich. That's what I was gonna do. The drama on Muppet Twitter right now? Wait, what? I need to... What? I need this explained to me. What is happening? What have we lit on fire? Why is the house burning down? Dish the tea. What is Muppet? Is this like... What is Muppet Twitter? Is it the Muppets on Twitter? The largest Muppet fan account, Muppet History, was sexually harassing women in his DMs on Twitter and Instagram trying to... Oh my god. Why are people like this? Oh my god. Why are people like this? Oops, I didn't realize I had that minimized, so the timer just massively moved. Apologies. It sounds like it was a fan run account that had connections to people within the Muppet world. That has now made everybody's lives miserable with their bullshit. Oops. Welcome back, Losi Lore. I think I have a new idea for the direction for book 3 now that I've mulled it over. Still gotta undo the seams, but I can use the pieces, just rearrange slightly. Nice! I like it when you can do that. There's only 1 month left this year, Peter, so next year you get a fresh... Next month you get a fresh slate. Homemade burger, the benefits of family living 2 minutes up the road from where I work. Heck yeah! I made a rude reference, but you are as innocent as a pure angel from heaven, so please don't read it. I've already read it, Peter. I'm sorry. My eyes have already perceived it. Also, I'm not pure and innocent, but I thank you. I thank and appreciate you for feeling that way. When life gives you limes, pull out the tequila and have a party. Oh, Peter, I was never going to heaven in the first place. I appreciate that you think that, but it was never gonna happen. We can pick up everyone and make it a Venga boat. I'm on board. It is technically break time! Just for anyone who's wondering. Nyx Flare is here. Nyx, welcome in and welcome, Raiders. Oops. Heck yeah, welcome in. Mankey, hello, hello. Kiwi uses Twitch, hello. Nyx and friends are here. Nyx, how's it going? How was your stream? I assume that you were writing today or doing writing adjacent things. Please let us know how it went. I feel like I haven't talked to you forever, Nyx. Although I did see you in Terran's stream, but I think you were heading out as I was heading in. We finished with Splodies. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sardinisms, hello, hello. How's it going? Was writing and cleaning house? Heck yeah, what a combo. I hope that your house is very clean and that your work is progressing. Did a little writing and lots of chores and stuff. Her new job starts tomorrow. Good luck on the new job, Sardinisms. The lady writes would like you all to get some snacks. Fox Raider, hello. Sees only a black screen. What? How rude. And we've got a save alert from Rai Rai. Everybody, save your work. I don't have to save today because I'm working in a program that auto-magically saves for me. But hit that save button if you need to. We're going to be talking like a Southern belle for the next part of this conversation. How's it going, the lady writes? I hope you're having a fabulous day. Hello, Fox Rider. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I need to dance off for a while because I'm handsome, but I'll be a handsome lurker. Peter, we appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for having this whole debate about what food is called and why we call it that and how it's different on your side of the pond, because we appreciate that. Darling, only the good die young. That is true. The sinners have much more fun. I want all my friends to have good lives in heaven, but also I know I'm never going to see those gates, so I don't want to be lonely. Hey, Peter, wherever you go in the afterlife, we'll come find you, and we'll come hang out, and it'll be good. It'll be fine. We'll figure that out. Speaking of Southern Bells, is there Winds of Chaos winding on Chaos in today? It is the plan. I know that the last time I told you guys it was the plan, it got canceled. But as far as I know, Flutter Die is back in town. She was out of town last week. Report cards are finished. So I believe the plan is for them to do more exploration tonight on Winds of Chaos. Last session was a bit of a maintenance episode. They were doing a lot of mechanics. They were doing a lot of getting their town ready, doing some downtime, so I believe they'll be wrapping up downtime and getting on to the next round of exploration in Winds of Chaos. There is no task bot here, Mankey. Sorry about that. I really wanted to set that up, but the last time I tried it was very complicated. But I might try to get one set up for the new year. Yes, she was streaming last night, so I know that she's around. Last week was just a perfect storm of everyone was tired, Ghost Pepper went live and forgot to even tell people about it for just a hangout sesh. So, heck yeah. Oh, are you taking a D&D vacation, Rara? Are you taking a break from some of your sessions? I'm just leaving myself a bunch of little general notes. Now that I've gotten through the whole first draft, I've got some general notes to put at the beginning of the thing, just to apply to the whole trilogy of things that I need to look out for throughout. So I'm just I keep adding myself a bunch of notes. Wednesday campaign is ending before the holidays, and then we got 2 weeks off from Mondays. Heck yeah, sounds like you got yourself a regular holiday vacation there, right? Lady Rides, enjoy your look. We appreciate the heck out of you. I hope you get some good productivity in. I'm not necessarily paying a huge amount of attention to the timer today because I'm doing something that I can do pretty consistently. I just got the connecting to chat, so hopefully stream didn't go down. Please let me know if you can still see and hear me. If for some reason everything went down, try refresh. Blue's back, done with my dailies, and I'm going to be working on some art. Heck yeah! Welcome back, Blur. We appreciate you. I'm going to take one quick break here, especially since apparently there might have been a small blip. I'm good? Good to hear. I'll keep doing the Southern Belle accent a little bit when I get back, but I'm just going to pop quick to the washroom. Gonna wash my room, as Carly likes to say. Make sure it's nice and tidy, and then I'll be back to continue with all of this. Jujutsu Kaisen has a gotcha game now. Goodbye, life. Oh no! Sardonisms! I'd say resist, but it's your choice. I'm back! Oh, I forgot to pause the timer. I'm so sorry, Blur. Thank you for that reminder. It's okay for me because I'm not paying too much attention to the timer, but I apologize to anybody who was using that. It did start the new. It did start the new sprint, but that's all right. I'll just talk doing it. But what you working on today? Are you still working on your comic? I know you wanted to get it up by the end of the year. Are you still waiting for voice lines to be recorded? I will, since we're on to the next sprint, I will move over here to the bay window, and I will change our spirit companion. Let's see. We got so many options now. I like this one, I think. We'll buy it. We'll buy it. My task for the next sprint is going to be lie down until I stop feeling icky. Sadnisms, we hope you feel better soon. Enjoy your rest. Bruce Campbell Soup, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. What's your estimate in Canadian dollars for autographed copies of the Arvali Chronicles? Bruce Campbell Soup, that depends if you want the big box set book or if you want the individual. Do you want the 3 smaller books or are you looking to get that big book? I would say, do you want the estimate in Canadian dollars or US dollars? I think it's gonna probably be about $60 US, if I'm honest. But it depends on which versions of the books you're looking for. Losilo, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate the heck out of you. Good luck with your work for the rest of the day. I hope it's very productive, and I hope you have a very relaxing evening when it's done. Oops. I posted a work in progress of the cross stitch in the creation channel. Hell yeah! I will go take that out. Take a look at that. I'll go take that out. Which would you recommend in terms of quality and such in your experience? It really comes down to whether you want a book this size on your bookshelf or 3 books of this size. The quality should be roughly the same. It also depends on which covers you like better. If you like the book covers for the big series versus for the box set versus for the small covers, then go for the box sets. If you like having smaller books, if you find that it's easier to organize, then go for the smaller ones. It might be slightly cheaper to buy the big box set book versus the 3 smaller ones because the printing cost, I don't entirely know yet what the printing cost is going to be, but the printing cost might be slightly cheaper. But really the main point of having the box sets versus the small books is so that you can decide how much space it takes up on your shelf, essentially. They're all going to be printed through Amazon, but I know that my mother-in-law has both the small versions and the big versions of the Celestial Serenade, and they're both equally beautiful. I'm sorry if that's not a helpful answer, but but I can definitely get you a price via Discord once you tell me which books you definitely want. And right now we are looking at probably having to go with FedEx shipping just because Canada Post is still on strike. Which I didn't check on this morning. They haven't even resumed talks yet, so that's great. I'll be interested in the small boys. Heck yeah, Bruce. I will take a look at what it says the dimensions for those are, and I will let you know a rough estimate. I'd imagine it's still probably going to be around $60 US. But I will price that out for you and see what we're looking at. And it's up to you. If you want me to ship them right away, we can go with FedEx. Or if you want to wait and see, I have no idea how long the Canada Post strike is going to last. So that would not probably be until next year. I can't promise it would be cheaper to post at Canada Post, but if you wanted to wait and see, that would 100% be your call. 100% Bruce Campbell Soup. I appreciate that you're interested in having autographed copies of the books. I apologize that it will be so pricey because it does have to come internationally, but we will sort out something that feels good for you. It's Peter time. Peter's back. Welcome back, my friend. Ooh, and Scottish. Scottish ooh. I bought bread rolls and hot dogs, and I bought a little tasty flavored water as a treat. Heck yeah, Peter! Sounds like it was a productive trip. What's your idea, Peter? Joe, is my hair red? No? No? Or it is in the game a little bit, but not in real life. Cut the hot dogs up into wee bits, air fry them, crispy hot dog bites. Ooh, that does sound interesting. See, I told you if we said hot dog enough, Joe would show up. That's a head... This is a headband. This comes off. It's not my actual hair. Yesterday I was wearing a blue one, but I wasn't on stream. This is a headband. It's not my hair. If I were to dye it, it would be like from here down would be red. I don't think you usually just dye a strip. There's a way to find out. We'll observe Mr. Pepper's hair tonight. Good luck. I just a strip like a chicken strip. So you would put chicken strips in your hair and dye them red is what I'm hearing. Also, how you doing, Joe? Joe, thank you for the 5 stream streak. I'm so sad because I'm gonna lose my streak when we go on vacation. I'm actually not taking any breaks today. I'm just kind of working consistently through and chatting whenevs. But I do 30-minute sprints and 15-minute breaks usually. Just randomly deciding there was a button somewhere and taking me to a new stream. No! Sardonisms, welcome back. No, we're just going to Ontario to visit Ghost's parents. Just figuring out what to set a timer for. Gonna close my eyes until the timer goes bing. No worries, Sardonisms. What I might do is take a quick pop AFK just to reheat my coffee and use the restroom. I'm pretty happy with how progress is going at the moment. I'm always, when I do these outline updates, it's always really slow at the beginning because I've forgotten more about the beginning of the book, and then really fast at the end because I just wrote that part. So I'm slowly working my way through the first half of the book here, just making some notes on what needs to be changed. I find that so far I have more overall series notes today than I do for this installment, but I haven't gotten into like the really chaotic bit of the story yet. Group trip to the Bahamas, I would love to do something like that. Don't know when that would ever be possible. But it would be amazing. Working your way downtown, walking fast. Walking fast. To the octopus van! Everyone find your travel buddy. We can't be trusted, so everyone find a travel buddy. Stay with your buddy at all times. It's so funny. Jokes like that are so funny to me because when Ghost Pepper goes on like school trips and stuff, they have to do that kind of stuff, right? Joe, if you wander off unsupervised, you better take your travel buddy with you. You better have somebody who goes with you. Buddy system. It's so funny because Ghost Pepper was telling me that during their trip to New York, which I think was pre-pandemic, the tour guide gave out, like, they had, like a subway, like a metro pass, right? And they gave it out to the kids. And he was like, this is not a good idea. And they were like, no, we do this all the time. It's a good responsibility for the students, blah, blah, blah. So they take the kids to their hotel and they get them all checked in, and then they gather in the lobby because they're going to leave and go on the metro and go to their thing. And as they're getting ready to go out the door, Ghost Pepper and the other teachers are like, wait. Every single one of you present to me your metro pass right now. And there was at least one kid that didn't have it. had already put it down in their room somewhere, had already misplaced it, and he was like, go to your room right now and get your freaking metro pass or you're gonna have to pay. And the tour guide was just like, stunned, evidently. And it's like, teachers deal with this all the time. Gonna tie your buddy up in a corner, Joe. That's not fair to your buddy. What you have to do is you have to pick a buddy that's as chaotic as you. A buddy who's gonna be willing to get into just as much trouble as you. Because then you wander off with your buddy and it's just equal chaos. But you still are obeying the buddy system. I shouldn't be telling you this. I genuinely shouldn't be helping you break the rules. But then you're like, I was with my buddy the whole time. My buddy was here with me. We were together. We obeyed the buddy system. That's how you do it. Your buddy has to have a safe word. Yeah, if you're going to tie up your buddy, they better have a safe word. I need a responsible adult because I can't be trusted. If I were Joe's buddy, we'd end up in New Zealand. See, Peter's the buddy that you pick, Joe. And then you just wander off together. And then you seamlessly reinsert yourselves at the end when it's meeting time. The buddies are doing malicious compliance. Exactly. Exactly. Know the rules so that you can break them properly. I am going to pause the timer properly this time while I pop AFK so it won't start the new sprint while I am gone. Ended up drunk in New Zealand feels like the plot of a fourth Hangover movie. 100%. I still love the Bangkok one where they just... Everyone keeps being like, the city has him now. Hey, you can get drunk on chaos. Is it okay if my buddy has 4 legs and squeaks? Zoom Zoom would love to come on this trip, I'm sure. I would be fine with a 4-legged buddy, but you probably also need to have a 2-legged buddy in the group. Groups of 3 are acceptable. Peter, no! Alright, I'm gonna be... Can my buddy be Bootleg Pikachu? No! Because Bootleg Pikachu doesn't have legs, so he can't push back when you start going somewhere. I know Bootleg Pikachu! I know you, Joseph Chilson! He has dangly bits. I'll be right back. What a thing to end on. He's got dangly bits. Be right back. I've decided on my buddy who is only marginally less chaotic than I am. I have decided my buddies will be Joe and Bruce. We can have a trio. We'll carry around a sock boy from Home Alone 2 so we can make blurps in real life. We'll be on the plane. It'll be dead silent, and then you'll hear the click of the play button and Megan shouting, "I love you, you dumb bitch." I love that idea, Peter. Thank you, Blur. I am going to get the timer started again. We will switch one more time. We might have time, since I'm running pretty consistently today, we might have time for an extra spront. Let's see. I don't think this one will sip with us. So let's see, because I think the monkey will actually do a sippy sip with us. Look at him, so cute in his little gingerbread outfit. He's drinking it with his tail. Why is it so adorable? I assume if we're doing a group vacation to the Bahamas, you're coming with us, Rai. You'll be one of the buddies in the system. Joe, Peter went to all the trouble to pick you the most chaotic group of buddies, and you're still gonna abandon them? You're gonna abandon Peter and Bruce, your fellows in chaos? I can't not believe that you would do such a thing to your brothers in chaos. How could you? Emotionally wounded in Scottish. Look what you've done to Peter. Man, this book is just a minefield of emotions. I had emotions once, a 1 star, would not recommend. And yet I go back for some of those 1 star emotions over and over. Sometimes I just like me a good cry. Just talked to my new boss and chickened out of asking if there's a dress code I should worry about. I should have asked, but I also feel like they'd have told me if it was a thing to worry about. They saw my work clothes in the interviews. Yeah, I think if they have a dress code, they would probably have mentioned it. You could always do, I'm assuming business casual was probably how you dress for the interview. You could always do business casual on the first day and just see what the vibe is in the area. And I mean, usually I find that if a place does have a strict dress code, they'll tell you about it. Yeah, business casual is usually a pretty safe bet. And if people are more relaxed and casual in the office and you're overdressed on the first day, you want to make a good impression on your first day anyway, right? I think that would also be pretty common. But I think especially if it's an office, I think most places are business casual these days. You should have asked if you could dress like a chicken. But I would agree. I think if they wanted you to dress a certain way, or if they had a specific like expectation, you would expect them to articulate that. Cheers, Blur. We got a posture check. We got a hydrate. We got a stretch for Blur as well. Somebody asked in the comments on one of my videos if I could dress like cheese. Interesting. I imagine you could probably find a cheese onesie. Is there a onesie that you can't find in the UK? Gonna wear a nice work-appropriate black and gray dress and black tights. That should fit pretty much any corporate setting. Absolutely. And then, like I said, once you get in there and you see how everyone else is dressed, it's much easier to plan. Gray and blue. I had it fused with another dress. No worries. Yeah, no, I think that will be perfectly fine. You should dress as a chili cheese dog and have the best of both worlds. Just saying. Honey Shuckle, enjoy your lurk. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited and nervous. It's my first new job in almost 8 years. I last changed jobs when I graduated college. I hope it goes well, Sardonisms. I hope that once you get used to the new place and meet everybody and figure everything out, that it will feel comfortable and exciting. I'm always a little bit skittish around new places and new people. So I totally understand that, but you're gonna nail it. I'm learning 3D modeling. It's weirdly soothing. Nice, Honey Shuckle. My brother-in-law does a lot of that. And I could never have the patience for it, but he loves it. He does it as his job. I've discovered there's a new game called Jurassic Park Survival set on the original island the day after the original movie, and it made me think, why has no one just smacked a dinosaur in the face? I mean, we punch sharks in the nose, so why not dinosaurs? I also think you're gonna be great. That's awesome, Honey Shuckle. I'm just glad you're enjoying it. I definitely think 3D modeling is the kind of thing where some people really jive with it, and some people are just like, no, I can't not do this. I don't know why can'st is my thing today, but it's because I'm reading Bullfinch's mythology, and I'm reading about the romances, and I'm reading a lot about King Arthur and Lancelot, so I keep saying can'st. Can'st thou? If you learn 3D modeling, we could have a Dahmer an animated movie. I don't know that I would ever have the time or patience to do that, Peter, but I appreciate the idea. I appreciate that you have that much faith in me. A tiny dancing popcorn. Infinitely more likely because it would be a shorter animation. Oh man, when we made popcorn on Sunday, I mentioned to Ghost Pepper that Joe was so excited about not our coffee machine, our popcorn machine. Every time we make popcorn now, I just think of Joe being like, I want to be a popcorn maker. Roll a D12, Sardonisms. Maybe Megan pays me to model for her, and then she also hires a programmer. Maybe. Joe promised to learn how to program a game so that we could make a waifu game. What does that mean? Your popcorn maker is Poggies. Does that mean it's good? I'm an old woman. Explain your language to me. Hello, fellow young people. My popcorn maker is Poggies. I feel weird just saying that. Poggies is a Twitch thing, not a youth thing. I've never heard it before, and I've been on Twitch quite a lot, so I may have to slightly disagree with you. But no, I don't know I know poggers. I've heard poggers before. Not poggies. Is poggies the new poggers? How do you do, fellow youths? That was yeeth today, is it not? I fed the options to Tatsu and it picked Housewife Tarot. Oh, that sounds like an interesting tarot deck. I have no idea how I would measure how many poggies. Is poggy a unit of measurement or an expression of joy? Honey Shuckle, enjoy your lurk. My brain is also melting. I have a bell! Hello, everybody! It is me, Ephema! And I have 2 hydrates to do. A 1. A 2. Darn that M getting in there where there's supposed to be a period. The Millennium Falcon made the Kessel Run in 3.59 poggies. So it's a unit of measurement. Housewife is kind of a stylized Rider-Waite with housewife theme. It's not totally redone like some of my decks. Makes it harder for me to read because I do intuitive. Oh, interesting. See, I always use a guide. Housewife drew Strength, which is much more intuitable than Tower. It's a box of Scrubbo soap pads, and there's a path of them leading up and across the card. Oh, this is so fascinating. I might have to look these cards up. Almighty jellyfish, how are you, my friend? I will hydrate this hydrate for you. Hydration achieved. Pie. My goodness, you redeem this every stream. I'm going to say it in the Ephema voice. Are you ready, Pie? Hem, hem, hem. Fuck you, Pie, and shut up. There you have it. I've said it in, like, all of the voices now. What is the game background? This is Lo-Fi Session Spirit City. I'll type it out in the chat. Because I'm speaking in an accent right now. That is the name of the game. It is on Steam. It's very cute and adorable. I came at a super weird point. Tal, welcome in. There is a channel point redeem where people can make me say something horribly rude to them, and Pi just loves to choose it every day so that he can do this. Pi, you know that I love you. You know that it pains me deeply that you want to hear me say such horrible things to you. Yes, I would never actually say that in all seriousness. The joke, the inside joke, is that we were doing a setup for a Winds of Chaos night. It's ironic that I'm saying this in the Ephema voice. And Cauliflumps was having trouble where when some people were typing things in the chat, it was coming up as being censored. And it turns out that there's, I think, a setting in 7TV, which is an extension that gives you extra emotes on Twitch, that will actually do, like, parental controls, where it will actually censor out certain terms. And the terms that were being censored out were things like fuck you and shut up. So we were all in the Discord talking about this, and Collie changed the setting, and he's like, all right, so now I need you to type those things in the chat so that I can see if the setting has changed. So without explaining to anyone, because we hadn't gone live yet, what we were talking about in the Discord, I went into the chat, and I added Cauliflumps, and I said, fuck you and shut up. And we only realized afterward how that looked to everybody else, who had no idea that we were actively talking to each other at the time, and chuckling about it in voice chat. So you can redeem on the channel points for me to say that to you out loud here in the chat. It's very non-serious. I don't feel that way about anybody. You're all amazing, and I love you all. But you can, if you want to, get me to say a thing. I also am planning to add another one, hopefully this week, which I just haven't gotten a chance to add it yet, which is, the redeem will be, to, receive Megan's love in the most aggressive way possible, which will be me saying, I love you, you dumb bitch, which is another thing that came out of a joke on stream. Because Ghost Pepper and I were joking, of course, we were joking about getting a divorce because he said that he doesn't like Halloween, which is my favorite holiday in the whole wide universe, if you can imagine. And we were joking around about how he doesn't like Halloween, and he said, "You can't divorce me because I have to deal with children." Over Halloween, which is why he doesn't like Halloween. But the way he worded it was very like, oh, you can't. You can't divorce me over this. And so I replied, well, you're in luck. I'm not going to divorce you because I love you, you dumb bitch. So there you go. Now you know all the secrets, all the things, all the crazy things that I say on other people's streams. This Indian female voice makes it so much better, right? It's like I'm telling stories about my crazy youth or something. So anyway, you're down to 61k, Pi. My goodness. It's like you'll only be able to redeem that 6 more times. Pi, I love you sincerely. You know it to be true. But yes, so those are the stories behind the redeems. The funniest thing about the Cauliflumps one, though, was that it didn't even occur to us how it was going to look to other people when I said that. And literally, because we were sitting in a voice chat, just chuckling about it. And as soon as I typed it in the chat, there were about 5 people who were like, what the fuck is happening? What are you doing? Why would you say that to Cauliflumps? And of course, Cauliflumps, being not quite as sweet as he wants other people to think he is, he instantly just started being like, oh no, Megan's so mean to me. So it was a very funny time. I entered the stream at that point and was so confused. Yes. I actually think Joe raided right after I said, I love you, you dumb bitch. Because Joe has epic timing. Also, Tal, how's it going? How are you? Welcome in. We're going to be doing, I think I'm going to hang out for about another 20 or 30 minutes here. I might take a quick break just to refresh what remains of my coffee, and then I think we'll do maybe one more 20-minute sprint before we wrap up. I haven't been paying super close attention to the sprints, but I do just have a couple of more scenes that I want to get through before I stop for lunch. I'm updating the outline to my Celestial Serenade. Now that I've finished writing it, I need to go in and make sure that I know what I'm thinking about the current iteration. I need to make sure that all of the scenes actually match what I've written. I have to delete a scene because I didn't write it because I put all that information somewhere else. So that's what we're doing today. It's a slow process until I catch up to the part that I wrote last week. So we're slowly working our way through that. I just will take a moment, because I think we have more people here than we had at the beginning of chat, to remind everyone that we are doing a fundraiser. I'll do this whole update as Ephema, the Woods Witch. So as you can see, we're raising money for this boy over here. This is Langdale. This is my new computer. And I had to buy him already because my old computer died. But we are just trying to raise money for that in retrospect because he wasn't cheap. We have already unlocked a special stream whereby you will all get to make me write a story of your choosing. You'll get to design the characters and the situations and the events here in the Twitch chat. Anyone can participate. You don't have to have paid in order to participate. And I will be the vessel through which the story is written. I came in exactly as Megan said, and shut up, and I was like, damn! Things are going well. Probably heading off to BFFs today, taking the day off. Tal, enjoy it. You deserve a day off. It's always a hectic day when I'm updating outlines, but I do like doing it because it makes me think about what I've written and how I want to change it, and then I always come back and look at it again in the future, and sometimes I agree with myself and sometimes I don't, so it's always a very interesting process. We are currently working on updating, or unlocking, rather, a Dia Ephema Live. So if you like this voice, and if you like to hear me talk like this, then I will do it for a whole stream, and you'll get to ask questions, and I will give answers, because that is what I do. I answer questions, I give life advice. It's high quality, really, top notch. So if you're looking for something like that, that will be happening after we hit the $600 mark. We're currently at 476. Almighty Jellyfish, thank you so much for that sub. That will add $5, so we are now at 481. That will unlock that stream where you'll get to have an entire chat with me. But of course, the goal that we all want to get to the most is that My Little Dahmer fanfic, where this grumpy little elf boy down in the corner there will get turned into a pony, Friendship is Magic style, and there will be a whole novella written of My Little Dahmer fanfic. We're so excited, and if you pay $25, because there's personal goals as well, if you pay $25 towards the drive, you get to add a pony into the fic. And for every $25, you get to add another pony. So I think that Bard and Bruce are up to like 6 ponies apiece at this point. Yes. So we're replacing my computer because that was a necessity. But really, what we all want is for this grumpy elf man to be a pony. Rai Rai has a pony. I think Rai Rai has at least one pony. I think you might have more. You have put extra money towards potentially another pony if you end up wanting a second one. Rai does have a pony. I'm very excited to see what ponies you all come up with. Do you edit everything yourself, or do you have an editor? I self-edit everything. You should always self-edit everything anyway. I actually do edits for other authors. They pay me money and I edit for them. So I feel like I'm very meticulous. I don't typically hire an editor as a result of that, but I do have a team of dedicated beta readers who help me work through my work. They find my mistakes and they give me feedback on the plot. I just had a pretty hefty conversation about a plot that isn't quite working properly yesterday in the Arvalia Chronicles with 2 of my betas. So I got to have a nice existential crisis about me being a terrible writer, but I'm definitely feeling better this morning after talking through some of it with them. So it's very important to get other people's eyes on your work at some point in time. If you can't afford to hire an editor, you can look for someone who's willing to help you out for free, or beta readers or whatever. If you can find people who give you stringent enough feedback. I've been training up my beta readers for quite a few years now, so they know what I'm looking for, and they know that they can be honest with me, and they can be forthright and cutting when they have to be. And that's how I get it done. Giving you the photo of the one I got drawn of me by my friend who worked on the show. Oh, that's awesome, Rai, that you had a friend who worked on the show and I'll get to use their art as inspiration for a character. That's amazing. Kaidmon, hello. I have 2 ponies I would love to have in the fic, but I'm broke. There are some people with extra ponies, Blur, so if you talk to Bruce or if you talk to Bard Owl, they might be willing to donate one of their ponies to you. It's also very important to poke people in the eye. What? Peter! I'm assuming that Tal maybe meant that she would also like a pony, rather than that you should poke people in the eye. When do you send your writing to beta readers? As in, do you finish 2 to 3 chapters? I finish the entire book. I write the entire book. I actually write a trilogy. And edit the entire trilogy, and then I send it piece by piece to my beta readers, and they send it back to me. So I make it as polished as possible. Oh, okay. All right, Tal. I'm not judging. I just wanted to make sure that I knew which thing you were giving the heads up to. Or the thumbs up to, rather. Yes, I try to make it as polished as possible before I let other people read it. So I have edited it to within an inch of its life before it goes out. It is as close to finished as I can make it on my own before other people start seeing it, and then I get all their feedback back, and I go through and I polish it up again one more time. I'm going to take a quick break, as I said a few minutes ago. When I come back, I won't be talking like a FEMA anymore. We have been talking like a FEMA for quite some time. But we will do, I think, one more 20 minutes, and then we will wrap up, and then I will go eat some lunch. Isn't it even more heartbreaking to get told it doesn't work then? I don't often get told that it doesn't work. There's sometimes I'm not clearly expressing my expressions on the page. And so there are usually things that I have to change or plot holes that I maybe need to fix up. But I think that at any point in the process, the problem with beta reading earlier is that you're still going to have to, once it gets to the polished stage, you're still going to need somebody to look at it then. So if you're having beta reading done earlier, you would essentially need to have it done twice. I also feel that my first drafts are too disgusting to be read by other people. My first drafts are horrible dumpster fires that should never be seen by other eyes. And so I wait until I have gone back and fixed things up and put it in terms that other people can see before I let them look at it. But to each their own. If you find that having feedback early in the process would be easier for you, would help you get things along, you can certainly look for critique partners who are happy to keep looking at things as it's an ongoing process. Definitely find what works for you. It is not a one-size-fits-all project. Process. I need the encouragement to keep from quitting. Exactly. I know a lot of people who like to have critique partners or accountability partners that keep them going. Which one is the Jakella voice? The Jakella voice is, I think, the Miranda one. I don't want to power up my rewards, but okay. The Jakella one is, yes, the Miranda one. Make me talk like Miranda. I can be Jakella when I come back from break. We can do that. I will use the break to get into character. The number of abandoned projects in my various drives suggests that I have done something wrong every time I try any process. At a certain point, you just have to put your butt in the chair and try to get through it to the end. I know that I'm making it sound like I'm making light of something that's actually very difficult. But eventually you just have to suffer through to the end of the process at least once, because it's the only way to find what works for you. And you have to accept that sometimes you might hate what you've written, and you might tear your hair out over it, and you might feel like crying, and you just might feel like it's not great, but you can fix anything but a blank page. So getting to the end one time is very important. And for me, getting to the end one time was kind of what taught me how to get to the end in the future. I shall be right back, and I shall be talking as Jakella when I get here. I'm back, everybody. It's me, Jakella. I have to say that I'm astounded this voice is as popular as it is, but I also love that you guys love it, and I'm happy to give it to you. The number of serious conversations we have while I'm doing this voice is truly staggering. Those abandoned projects include about half a dozen first drafts that I just don't know how to start editing. Honestly, for me, I never really understood editing until it kind of clicked for me that the idea of editing is to go through and make the story do the story as efficiently as possible. Every scene, everything that's going on with your characters should work toward the overall benefit of the story and towards furthering the story. So it's about going through and finding what isn't doing anything and cutting it and changing anything that feels like it's not working properly and clarifying your character's motivations. You're basically trying to make the story the best possible version of the story. And if you have a finished first draft and you don't know how to edit it, you could give it to a beta reader or a critique partner and see if they can give you some idea where to start. Are all of these voices characters from your books? Most of them are D&D characters, actually. Jakella is one of my D&D characters that I play. She's a dwarf. She's like a princess dwarf with a fabulous beard. But she's a berserker, so she goes crazy when people put her girlfriend in danger. Ephema is a Woods Witch character from Winds of Chaos, who I also play. I don't know if I could do a Dahmerin voice because I'm not... He's like 7 feet tall, and I'm not. I'm like 5'2". So I could try to do a really deep voice for him. But I don't know how well it works. Somebody get Talmor Coffee stat! Oh, Rai, I'm so glad that you like Jakella. I always worry that she's horribly annoying, but I do love playing her. Sometimes you make characters because you want to maximize your stats and you want to have super cool powers, and sometimes you make characters because you think doing this in character is going to be absolutely ridiculous. And Jakella's that character, and I love her for that. She has no sense of self-preservation. Some giant thing appears that could crush her. She's like, I'm running towards that thing. I am not part of a regular D&D stream. I have done guest appearances on the Winds of Chaos, which is run by my husband, Ghost Pepper. Let me shout him out. I think he's hosting tonight for Winds of Chaos. But I do occasionally play on stream. I've guested on other campaigns. I've done some stuff with Rai. He did two one-shots for us, and I think there's a third one we want to fit in. And I've done a couple with Cauliflumps as well. I do play D&D regularly, just not on stream. Sardonisms, I just want to say that I don't think you're whining at all. I think it's perfectly okay to be frustrated and not necessarily understand where to go next with the project. And I think it's totally okay to ask for advice and express your frustrations. I don't think that's whining at all. But I do have an editorial letter because I was able to connect with someone who's trying to move into book editing and was offering to do free edits. Yeah, so you should probably get in touch with them and see if they can help you out. My favorite race is probably elf because I'm a basic bitch, let's be honest. And, elves are hot. I don't know about my favorite class. I do like the, mass damage that you can do with the paladin crit and the high-level smite. I'm not gonna lie. But I also enjoy tormenting my DM as a warlock who can just read everything with Eyes of the Runekeeper because he hates it. So, there's benefits! Uh-oh, dad joke incoming. I'm gonna start the timer, otherwise we won't have time to do another sprint. We're gonna do 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap up and go, have lunch. This is gonna be our final sprinty spront. Let's go over to the bay window and do some meditation, with our, whoops, that's the wrong one. With our, cutie patootie little, frog here. Because our frog will meditate with us, and it's super adorable. Oh god, we said dad joke and it summoned Joe! I dueled a paladin yesterday. Thank god I only took some light damage! Okay, that's a good one. Right, I like that one. My favorite race when I first played was Drow because I was an edgelord as a teenager, and I only just realized that. Hey! Drow can be interesting, though. I went to get food and I came back to I'm a basic bitch. I am a basic bitch. Ghost Pepper has a student who just got into D&D and made a bunch of characters, and one of her friends was sassing her for them all being elves. Now it's like, she gets it. She gets it, though. Alright, let's start that timer. 20 minutes of more focus and slightly more Jakella. People are gonna call me basic anyway because I like pumpkin spice lattes, so whatever. I am who I am, and I'm proud of it. I am who I am. I have to cross out most of the description of this because it didn't happen. It actually did happen, but earlier. Everything about this scene did not happen. It's an entirely different scene. I forgot to go get coffee, and now it's too late in the day. Oh no! Try an iced tea instead, sardonisms. I can't see all that censored stuff Collie couldn't see ever since you made me get 7TV. Joe, I will send you a message after the stream showing you how to turn that off. It's a setting. There should be a little, if you click on the 7TV tab, there should be a little wheel. I'll show you. I can't do it right now because I'm not on, Twitch. I'm on OBS, but I'll send you a screenshot. Blur, don't burn your tongue! Hi, I'm Satan. I'm the devil who sit on your shoulder and tell you to do the things you shouldn't do. I only drink 1 coffee a day. I looked for the settings but couldn't find the setting for it. I'll hook you up, Joe. It can be hard to navigate the 7TV settings in general, even if you know what you're looking for. So I'll send you a thing. Almost 11 p.m. Have a great night, almighty jellyfish. We appreciate you. We appreciate you hanging out, and we hope to see you again soon. You could totally use those different color sticky note tabs. Whoops. That's not what I want to do. Gonna get them all out tonight and spend half an hour going through them and assigning them to drafts? Heck yeah! Trick your brain into thinking it's fun. That's what you gotta do. Woof, hello! How are you? How's it going? Speaking of me having an existential crisis about beta reader feedback, Woof was one of the people walking me through it yesterday, so thank you for that. It's a Wolfrey J. Wolfington. Still working? Is today a work from home day? I guess Wednesday is usually your work from home day. Tell them Joe said you can take the rest of the day off. See how that goes over. Today is potato salad day for me. I could go for a good egg salad, though. Probably won't make an egg salad today, though, because it takes too long to boil the eggs, and I'm going to want to eat as soon as I'm done streaming. I've been playing with the idea in this setting that the gods' faces are never visible. Oh, interesting. It's sort of meant to be a clue that it's a god if you can't see their face. Very interesting. I'm having some mac and cheese with a bit of hamburger in it. Ooh, that sounds good. I've had stuff like that in the past. Very good. Oh, whoops. I forgot to I forgot to put it at just one, so it's going through the cycle. That's fine. I'm just gonna wrap up one more scene here, and then we will raid out, because I lost track of time. Might not be able to pop in tomorrow since it's my mom's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Blur's mom, and that's totally fine, Blur. You should never feel anxious about being able to show up to a stream. We appreciate you when you're here, and we appreciate you when you're not here. Vinyl Stencil. Hello, hello. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. I always have fun here, so I'm slightly disappointed when I can't make it. Oh, Blur, I appreciate that you have fun while you're here. We will be back on Thursday, so you have that to look forward to. What time does Ghost Pepper get home? Usually around 4:30 p.m. PST. Usually, sometimes he's home before that on Tuesdays, sometimes as late as 5:30. I can tell him that you are eager to chat with him when he gets home, though. We will absolutely take your delicious, nutritious streak from you and eat it. Is that what happens when you lose your streak? We eat it? Feeling good, just got back from brunch. Oh, brunch with a friend is always the best, Vinyl. I hope you had a delicious meal. I mean the day after Prime Wednesday, Peter. We will be here Wednesday, but we will also be here the day after Prime Wednesday. Second Wednesday, I believe it is. Brunch is usually just breakfast, but eaten later in the day. Almost at the halfway point of this outline, which is perfect because the last couple chapters will go super fast because I just wrote them on Friday. So heck yeah, I've got a lot of notes going on. I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're gonna see who is around so that we can raid. Brunch is usually like potatoes and eggs. Yeah. Eggs Benedict. Oh, Eggs Benedict is my favorite. I love getting an Eggs Benedict on brunch. Brunch is an excuse to put cream sauces over eggs and bread. Hundo P. That is what we want from our breakfast. And hash browns on the side. Gotta get that salty potato kick in there somewhere too. Let's see. Who is doing things and what are they doing? Who's doing some writing? Potentially. Hash browns are so good. Bacon too, although I don't eat it very often. Oh, Honeysuckle is not writing, but is streaming. We don't usually get to raid Honeysuckle. Maybe we'll raid Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle always hangs out, always lurks. And it looks like she just started. So maybe we'll head over there. So every now and then I do like to do a raid friends instead of raid into our category. So we're going to raid a friend today. We're going to raid Honeysuckle. She hangs out and lurks a lot in our streams, and she did our November writing challenge with us, and she totally nailed it. Wolf, are you streaming? Are you going live? Are you going live right now? If you go live, literally in the next 60 seconds, I will raid you. Yeah, Wolf, raid me, but I'm not gonna go live. Woof, baby, you know I'm always ready to raid you. Browse. But today we're going to raid Honeysuckle. All forms of fried potato are delicious. When you say hash browns, do you mean the triangle adjacent things or the grated potato things? Yes. There are several types of hash browns and all of them are wonderful. There we go. I'll spell it right that time. We were counting on Wolf to stand on the front of the ship wearing a captain's hat, and he was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Blur, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely time at your mother's birthday, and we'll hopefully see you on Thursday. Let me get this raid started. I will be back tomorrow morning as indicated, and again on Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. PST. We usually wrap up a little bit earlier than this, but I went over today because I got super focused. I'll be doing edits tomorrow, so tomorrow and Thursday we're going to be editing Everyone's Child, my other high fantasy series that I am working on right now that is not the Aravalia Chronicles. We're going to start editing book 4. And we're going to try to get that halfway edited before I go on vacation for Christmas. So fingers and toes crossed we can get through that. We're going to be starting that fresh tomorrow morning. I will not be over on Woof's channel this Saturday because Woof is going to be away. But we are trying to arrange to do a low-key casual stream tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time, but in the evening. So keep an eye on Woof's channel and Woof's Discord for that. There should be a Winds of Chaos tonight. I think Ghost Pepper is going to be hosting. He's the one I shouted out earlier, my lovely husband. Until I see you again, please remember to eat, to sleep, to drink, to get up, to move around, to take care of yourself, because you're amazing. I'm so happy to see all of you today. I'm so glad that you hung out with me, and I'm just glad that you guys hang out and put up with me in general, let's be honest. So hopefully I'll see you all again tomorrow, and until then, I hope you are very creative and productive. Take care.
Our only chance.